They say the eyes are the windows to the soul, but did you know your fingernails are the windows to your overall health? Yep, those little keratin shields do more than just make your hands look pretty, or in some cases, remind you that you desperately need a manicure. Your nails can reveal a lot about what's going on inside your body. From vitamin deficiencies to serious health conditions, the state of your nails can be like nature's health report, no fancy medical degrees required. So before you reach for that bottle of nail polish, let's decode what your fingernails are trying to tell you. Number 8. Yellow nails, not just an aesthetic issue. If your nails are looking more like they belong to Big Bird than a human, it might be time to pay attention. According to health experts, yellow nails are often a sign of a fungal infection, gross but true, specifically onychomycosis, which affects nearly 10% of the population worldwide. But before you stock up on antifungal creams, consider other causes. Sometimes, yellow nails are waving a red flag for something more serious, like diabetes, thyroid disease, or even lung disease. In fact, yellow nail syndrome, yes, that's a real condition, is a rare disorder linked to chronic respiratory issues and lymphedema. Another culprit? Smoking. If you're a smoker and your nails have taken on a yellowish tint, it's not just the cigarettes staining your fingers, it's your health sending out an SOS. The nicotine and tar and tobacco settle into the nail bed, giving them the permanent "I dip these in mustard" look. Oh, and before you panic, yellow nails can also be the result of a vitamin or mineral deficiency, particularly a lack of zinc or vitamin E. If your diet consists mostly of instant ramen and coffee, your nails, and probably your entire body, are begging for some real nutrients. In rare cases, yellow nails could be linked to psoriasis, rheumatoid arthritis, or even lung cancer, though this is extremely uncommon. Home remedies like tea tree oil, oregano oil, or baking soda soaks might help. But before you start experimenting with your spice rack like a mad scientist, consult a doctor to rule out any serious conditions. Remember, your nails are tiny billboards advertising your internal health. Make sure they're not sending out an emergency broadcast. Number 7. Brittle nails, more flaky than your ex. Do your nails break, split, or peel faster than your willpower on a diet? You're not alone. Brittle nails, or onychomycosis, affect about 20% of the population, especially women. Whether it's your thyroid throwing a tantrum, an iron deficiency making you weak in more ways than one, or your excessive hand-washing habit working against you, we get it. You're clean, but your nails don't appreciate the overkill. Your hands are paying the price. Lack of biotin, vitamin B7, is another top reason your nails are crumbling like a dry cookie. Studies suggest that biotin supplements can improve nail strength by 25% in people with brittle nails. But don't worry, there's hope. Fight back by wearing gloves while doing dishes, because dish soap is basically nail kryptonite. Staying hydrated, your nails need water more than you need coffee, and using a thick, ceramide-rich hand cream to keep them from drying out like a forgotten piece of toast. If your diet mostly consists of processed foods, it's time to add some leafy greens, nuts, eggs, and fish to the mix. And let's not forget the hidden culprits. Acetone-heavy nail polish removers and gel manicures can weaken your nails faster than a bad breakup weakens your resolve to stay off social media. If all else fails, maybe check your thyroid and iron levels. Brittle nails shouldn't be the most dramatic thing in your life. Number 6. Pitted nails, dots that aren't just for Dalmatians. If your nails look like someone went wild with a tiny hole punch, congratulations, you've unlocked nail pitting, a condition that's more common in people with psoriasis, alopecia areata, and eczema. Psoriasis isn't just about flaky skin, it's an autoimmune troublemaker that affects nearly 2 to 3% of the global population, and up to 50% of psoriasis patients experience nail involvement. These tiny dents aren't just a weird quirk, they're your body's way of saying, hey, something's up with your immune system. If you've noticed these tiny craters, it's time to check in with a dermatologist or rheumatologist, especially if you also have joint pain, since psoriatic arthritis can start in the nails before showing up elsewhere. Fungal infections, eczema, and connective tissue disorders like lupus can also cause pitting, so don't just assume your nails are naturally quirky. Treatment depends on the underlying cause, but topical steroids, vitamin D creams, and phototherapy can help. While you're at it, keep your nails short and moisturize with urea or salicylic acid creams to reduce further damage. And no, your nails aren't secretly trying to communicate in Braille, they're sending you a distress signal. The sooner you address it, the better your chances of keeping those nails smooth, healthy, and dot-free. Number 5. Ridged nails, the wrinkles of the nail world. If your nails are sporting ridges, Congratulations, you've unlocked the nail version of wrinkles. These tiny grooves aren't just a random design flaw, they're like little timestamps marking when your body hit a rough patch. Vertical ridges, which are the most common, are usually a natural part of aging, just like those fine lines creeping up on your forehead. But if you suddenly notice deep horizontal ridges, they could be a red flag for serious health conditions. These ridges can show up after high fever illnesses, chemotherapy, severe stress, or malnutrition. Essentially, they're like battle scars on your nails, marking when your body was too busy fighting bigger battles to focus on nail growth. In some cases, ridges can indicate zinc, iron, or vitamin B deficiencies, or even kidney disease and uncontrolled diabetes. If these ridges show up out of nowhere or across multiple nails at the same time, don't ignore them. Your body might be focusing on more urgent matters, and while nails may not be at the top of its to-do list, your health should always be at the top of yours. To help your nails recover, eat a balanced diet with plenty of protein, biotin, and omega-3s. Use a hydrating cuticle oil and avoid excessive buffing, because aggressively filing them down won't make the problem go away, it'll just make your nails thinner. Number 4. Dark lines beneath the nail. Read between the lines. If you've spotted a dark stripe running along your nail, don't panic, but don't ignore it either. While it could be a sign of melanoma, the most serious type of skin cancer, not every dark line is a one-way ticket to bad news. Some people, especially those with darker skin tones, naturally develop melanonychia, a harmless condition caused by extra pigment production in the nail bed. The key is to read between the lines if the stripe is new, changing, or growing. Don't just brush it off like a bad haircut. Book an appointment with a doctor ASAP, because when it comes to skin cancer, early detection is everything. Your nails might just be sending you a message worth listening to. Number 3. Bitten nails. Anxiety on display. If your nails are looking like they've been through a zombie apocalypse, and you're the culprit, you might be dealing with more than just a bad habit. Chronic nail biting isn't just about restless hands, it's often linked to stress, anxiety, or even OCD, making it a telltale sign that your nerves are working overtime. But before your fingers become permanent chew toys, it's time to fight back. Try slathering on some bitter-tasting nail polish. Nothing kills the urge like a flavor disaster. Keeping your nails trim so there's nothing left to nibble, or channeling that nervous energy into something healthier, whether it's exercise, meditation, or even fidget toys. Your nails and your dentist will thank you. Number 2. Bluish nails. The frozen hands syndrome. If your nails are rocking an icy blue hue like you've been hand modeling for a Frozen sequel, and no, also wouldn't approve, it might be a sign of cyanosis, a condition that means your body isn't getting enough oxygen. While sometimes it's just a reaction to cold weather, hello winter hands, frequent or unexplained blue nails can point to something more serious, like circulatory or respiratory issues, or even underlying heart or lung conditions. Fix it before your fingers start auditioning for an iceberg roll. If your nails only turn blue in the cold, warm up and you're good to go. But if this keeps happening out of nowhere, don't ignore it. See a doctor ASAP to make sure your body isn't trying to send an emergency signal. Number 1. White spots, not a calcium deficiency. If you've been blaming those little white spots on your nails for not drinking enough milk, it's time to bust that myth. These spots, known as leukonychia, have nothing to do with calcium deficiency and everything to do with minor trauma. Yes, that time you slammed your fingers in a drawer will come back to haunt you. Other culprits: allergic reactions, fungal infections, or even a lack of certain minerals, but not necessarily calcium, so no need to drown in dairy. Fix it? Most of the time, these spots will disappear on their own as your nail grows out, but if they keep showing up like an uninvited guest or start multiplying, it's worth checking with a doctor to make sure something bigger isn't at play. Have you ever experienced any of these nail changes? Let us know in the comments. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Stay curious, stay healthy, and until next time, keep those nails strong and stylish.